Hi, my loves, and welcome back to Ocean Aura. I know, it's been forever. I am working on it. My name is Phoenix Rose. You can call me Phoenix. As you can tell from the title, this is going to be a chat video. I may record some more tonight or tomorrow morning for, pulling some cards, but we'll see. In the meantime, please like, share, and subscribe. Pardon me, I'm going to get my water. As you can see, you guys, you hear my voice? I'm fighting off a cold. And speaking of fighting, see, this is why I had to play this music. If you're wondering where the music is playing, it's because there's just so much going on out there. So speaking of fighting, yes, I'm wearing my hoodie for a reason. Being a little cheeky, okay? Hint, hint at the title. People, well, I don't know what I'm going to title it yet, but basically the gist is fighting for your limitations. Let's get it. I've been trying to film this video for like 3 weeks now, but the energy has been so real. Shenanigans and tomfoolery have been afoot, and it's been a little challenging to sit down with you guys, but it's just so lovely to be here. Give me a moment. Oh, yes. Okay, so let's get into it right away. What do I mean by saying fighting for your limitations? Who moved this? Why are people moving my... I'm gonna let that go. Anyway, you see, I told you guys. It's real. So, when you are not in your purpose, when you are not even in pursuit of your purpose, you're going to latch on to dear life, to your limitations, because that is what you are comfortable with, because that is what you know, and anything outside of what your normal routine is uncomfortable for you. And if you get deeply settled in your limitations, right, it's almost going to be offensive to you when people challenge your limitations. And you will also begin to act out like a petulant child when you are frustrated inside of your limitations. Let's dive into that. I just hear it has just been nonstop. It's like, how do I even cram all of this into one video? Because it's been happening. I wish I would have been able to do this in like a succession of videos, like in installments, just to keep giving examples. So I'm just trying to lace this all together, you guys. This is I didn't even plan to really film today, but I had to because I'm going crazy. I have to. So I have been encountering a lot of people, and it has not, been lost on me that I am also attracting these experiences, but I think it's more to do with the universe not allowing me to get comfortable in my surroundings so that I can manifest this move, baby, because she's not supposed to be here. And because I've been feeling like, I'm vibrating very high. I'm, staying on my high flying disc, as Miss Abraham Hicks likes to say, so I've been very much so like in the moment, turning around my vibration when I'm met with contrast and, friction and, other people's limitations. So it was also like very it was also like a learning experience, like taking myself out of it and watching people fight for their limitations. And these are things that I've been dealing with, right? So when people are just being like obnoxiously inconsiderate, right, and there's no real and they're fighting for their right to be obnoxiously inconsiderate. It's like, well, what's your objective, right? Like, what do you hope to gain? What is this thing you're fighting for? And this isn't for the easily triggered, because my cousin and I were talking about, dictators and tyrants. And one in particular was Fidel Castro. Now, settle right on down, okay? Because I'm Cuban and I can say whatever the I want right now. Though I've never been to Cuba. But what I'm saying is that, yes, he's done these atrocious things. But like him and many others like him, right? Like, we were looking at the quote where, and see, I want to pull up the quote, but then I'm going to like knock out my music and I don't need like in continuity in this video. But you know what? F it. Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. So in his quote, and so it's not about what he did. I'm just talking about his belief system in himself, right? And it's just amazing to me how some people really have that kind of like ferocity, I'm sorry. Also, like, Mercury retrograde has been like, you guys know I don't curse on here, but I want to say all the wrong words. It's okay, because I've been breathing through it and manifesting through it. But he said, I began the revolution with 82 men. If I had to do it again, I'd do it with 10 or 15 and absolute faith. It does not matter how small you are, if you have faith and plan of action. Like, say what you want about this man, but that quote in and of itself can be applicable in positive ways, right? Like, that's someone who has absolute faith. That's somebody who, like, began a very seemingly insurmountable, task, like insurmountable, the obstacle was just so great with 82 men and like straight up faith, like, and I'm gonna overthrow the government, right? And then did that. So, obviously his revolution grew. He won the people over, by force, and, pick up a book, Google it, right? You know the rest of the story. But I'm just talking about that level of faith. So if you have a real problem with people, right, who are like that, well, who among you, this is what me and my cousin were talking about. I love to talk with her. So then who among you have that absolute faith to say no more, right? That's someone who didn't have any limitations, who did not place any limitations on themselves. Now, you can go all the way the wrong way with that, right? Absolute power corrupts absolutely. But when you have purpose, you can overcome things that seem so, and then like at least the initial idea of the fight, right, was for liberation and fair and just cause for the people. Again, I'm just talking about the outline of it, not the execution. Because that was terrible execution of like helping the people. But I'm just saying, you can do more when you have purpose. Like, what are you fighting for? You're fighting for your right to be obnoxious and petulant. Like, it's, people are out here fighting tooth and nail to hang on to their limitations and want to impress them upon you, want to, throw at you their frustrations with themselves, right? Projection. And it's not serving you. Like, what are you fighting for? Like, when you really have to, like, run that back and explain what it is you are taking up arms for. I mean, like, for all the causes in the free, wide open world to take up a stance on. Like, you want to stand on your little soapbox shouting, beating your chest about what? Your limitations? Jeesh, you look so foolish. You are pawns fighting for your right to be a pawn. You don't even want to be a rook or a knight. You don't even want to be a king or a queen, let alone be the player moving the pieces on the board. You want to fight for your right to your limitations, to be a pawn. You want to fight. You want to, shout from the rooftops your limitations. Your limitations are going to have you out here in these streets looking crazy. Your limitations are going to have you creating chaos over meaningless things. Your limitations are going to have you out here stuck and mad at everybody but yourself. These people are always the most infuriated with the world around them, so that they don't have enough time to sit back and go, oh, I really probably should be mad at you, boo, in the mirror. You right there. That's who did it. For all that time that you spend fighting for your limitations, you could have been cultivating a skill set. You could have been, mastering yourself, mastering your emotions. You could have been in pursuit of your purpose. You could have been getting closer to finding out and fine-tuning what your purpose is. Instead of being so disruptful without even an objective. Like, you don't even have an objective to your disruption. It's like a child who throws a tantrum, and it's like, well, the end result of this tantrum is not about to be the thing you're crying for, right? Because we're not going to reward petulant children with, presents and accolades for things they did not deserve, right? We're not going to reward poor behavior. You got to take it back to daycare. Like, no, I will not reward your unacceptable behavior. You are being rude and disruptive. Please take your seat. When you're ready to talk to me and express your feelings, then we can talk, right? But I'm not doing that with a bunch of adults, right? And so then this is where self-mastery is key. These people could either highly disrupt your frequency, or you just gotta figure out how you're gonna dance around it and stay in your own bubble, in your own vibe, because people's limitations belong to them. There's nothing you're gonna say that's gonna talk somebody out of their limitations. Yes, you can be motivational. We listen to motivational speakers. They wouldn't have a job if, hearing somebody talk didn't work. But at the end of the day, it's not their talking that does the physical work of turning somebody's mindset around, about turning somebody's life around. That is the individual who goes, that sparked something in me, and now I'm gonna attack this thing. Now I'm gonna tackle this issue, right? It's not like their words magically erased someone's debt, or their words magically, solved all of their toxic relationship issues, or, magically resolved generational curses and poverty mind. And it didn't just do it on its own. It sparked the capability you already have within yourself to do that. So I hope this video makes you go, oh, am I like doing that? Maybe I should stop. Or, oh, you know what? I've been experiencing that with people around me. Maybe I need to change my energy or change my circle, or, just mind my own energy and take care of my own energy so that I'm not allowing these people to disrupt my frequency. Because, my loves, it's real out here. And it's more than just, this is your life, right? These are your experiences. What do you, I was also thinking about this. This video's all over the place. I don't care though. But the way we hold celebrities to a different standard always boggles my mind. Always boggles my mind. Since when does being good at your job or talented equate to moral, being morally sound, or someone else, aligning with your beliefs and your expectations of behavior? Since when? I remember being very young and working at the Board of Education, and I was a teenager, hearing adults around me having an episode as if this was something that happened to them personally. Devastated that Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt were getting divorced. Do you hear me? Talking about whole entire adults with real adult bills and real adult issues, and mortgages and rents and credit cards and debt, student loans they still paying. I'm talking about grown-ups, kids. They got kids. They got their own husbands and wives at home. Are asking, what are we gonna do? Oh my God. If they can't make it, you don't even know these people. Do you see how limited people are? How could you even, what does that really say about your marriage? That you think that, first of all, this is not even I understand when people's parents break up and it's oh my God, it's such a blow. But even then, it's those are two totally different people. It's a totally separate marriage. You need to get that together, boo. But it's more understandable. It's more personal. When you're best friends and you guys were all married together and blah, 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 and then you're oh my God, it's such a shock. You didn't even know they were having problems and now they're divorced. I understand the initial blows of that. But people you've never met in your life who are just really, really great at their jobs are getting divorced, and you're you don't know what to do. If they can't make it, how are we gonna make it? You want to talk about limitations? Boy, just get on the blowhorn and sing them out for the world. I just don't. And then here's the other thing, right? holding other people to a standard that you don't even hold yourself to. That's why, please, on this channel, if this thing pops, if this thing rolls, people, which I know it will, but if this thing pops and rolls, don't make up no names for yourselves. I notice all these like little names that these channels have for their subscribers, and I'm like, I get it, like it's a cute little trending thing, it's something like, it's a hook, I get it. But I am a whole entire like individual and grown up. I have channels that I really love. I enjoy their content. I will never call myself one of their blah blah da does, whatever the thing is. Like, find your purpose and your own individuality. When you don't want to look for those things, it is because you feel limited. It is because you are scared of your own power. It is because you don't even know that you have any power. Maybe for some people that's a reach, that's a stretch. Oh, why can't I just be one and do what I like? Listen, this is my opinion. This is my whole entire opinion, and it belongs to me. I'm not gonna hold myself to this like bugged out standard where like I have to like apologize 5 million times after every other word I say so as not to offend. Like, if you're offended, be offended. It's okay. You're gonna make it. You're gonna get through it. And you don't have to, that's an agreement. Please read the 4 agreements, people. That's an agreement you made with you. I did not agree to that. And that's how I feel for celebrities. Like, even me, I'm not a celebrity, but I don't look at other celebrities when I read something in the paper and go, oh, wow. Or I see something in a magazine, or I see a headline on the television. I'm not like, wow. You should have been doing better. Or like, oh, I can't believe you were rude. Or, yeah, I can. You're a person. You're just a person who just so happens to be good at their job. That's it. That's really it. I could say more, but I'm really not gonna go there. I'm not ready to do all of that. Because, like, really, I want to go there, guys. But, people are just so triggered these days. And I'm just like, listen, Linda, whatever. Girl, bye. Boy, bye. Everybody, bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye. But seriously, please don't be out here in these streets fighting for your limitations. Please, please, please. I want you all to just like go get this life, man. This is a beautiful life. This is a beautiful thing to be an individual, to have your own thoughts, to have the capacity to learn yourself. And I know that there are a lot of things that can get in the way of that. Like I was at work just the other day, and I felt like I snapped out of a daydream. I was like, I realized that for like 2 whole weeks, I have not been on my purpose. I have not been meditating. I haven't been manifesting. I haven't been doing anything but drowning in this hamster wheel. Oh, no, 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 no. And this is why I had to get back on here. And in between all of that was me encountering, different little like, I don't even want to call them tower moments, but like some, that saying like, oh, some storms came to clear the path ahead. Like, I know that a lot of these things were to like move people out of my space, move energies that weren't aligning with mine away. And it all happened away from me. Like, I saw a lot of these things happen like out there, over there. Like, oh wow, people are imploding everywhere. Like, just work on you, boo. Like, you are your biggest and greatest pursuit in this life. It should be you, because you are the person that shows up into everything. You are the person that shows up into your life. You are the person who other people meet. You are the common denominator in all of your relationships. And so if there are big problems in your relationships, or you have a problem with everybody. No, you don't have a problem with everybody. You have a problem with yourself. And that is the problem with people with limitations, okay? I know this all went all over the place, but didn't we bring it right back? When you have a problem with everybody, everybody's not the problem. You are the problem. You. You can't have that many problems with that many people. That ain't just terrible luck. That's your terrible vibration. That's your terrible attitude. That is you, boo. You. If you're experiencing chaos and conflict and toxicity in all of your interactions, guess who's the person that's always there? You. Work on you. Everybody wants to do all these things. I want to fall in love. I want to be in a relationship. I want to be successful. I want to run a business. How, boo? With your toxicity. How? How? Who? Listen, hold on. We really got to think about who is showing up when we are, like when we envision these things for ourselves. Who is it that you imagine is standing there receiving those blessings? Who is it that you imagine is you? Out here fighting for your limitations, fighting for your right to be obnoxious and disrespectful and inconsiderate. You who's out here beating on your chest, crying about your limitations, creating ruckuses over chump change. Like, who do you think, like, fighting for this toxic relationship, who do you think is showing up to receive the package of these blessings? Who's signing their name? And what does that look like? So, like, let's say it all works out for you. Cool. What does that really look like? I want a beautiful big house. You think you're going to live in one of these beautiful big houses? Having toxic, explosive fights all the time? You think so? Look at that. Hong Kong, beep, beep. Honk if you agree. You understand? Guys, we got to do better. I want you to raise your vibration, cleanse your environment, cleanse yourself. Stop fighting for your limitations. They're not serving you. They're not getting you any further. They're not getting you to where you should be. So what are you fighting for? What are you fighting towards? Let's say you win the thing you're fighting for. What did you get? What is the takeaway? What are you walking away with? I know, nothing. I know, my love, I know. Just what I'm trying to tell you. Cut it out. Can I be out here just like, you're only hurting yourself the most. Because what people will eventually do is just step the hell out of the way and let you crash and burn. You gotta want to have a purpose. If you're gonna be like that propelled and that you're gonna like put in and invest that much energy, the energy it takes to really be out here like for your limitations, could you pick up a cause and then pursue that with that much fervor and that much like, tenacity and, vigor and, laser-like focus? Like, could you just pick up, hell, it could just be you in your life and elevate it and leveling up, like make it that, if anything. But please don't be out here fighting for your limitations. It's not cute. Let's put it on mute. Can we? Thanks. I'm gonna leave it right there, my loves, before I go here, there, and everywhere with this. Okay? So my loves, as per usual, I'm wishing you mad love and many blessings. And I'll see you on the next one.